Okay, lesson 6. I find most people like lesson 6. It's not bad. It's talking about distributive property using area. So you remember find an area, we just multiply, right? So that's basically all you're doing with distributive property is you're taking the number on the outside times the number on the inside, right? So the first ones are pretty easy. I think you can figure out these here, right? Pretty easy. Just multiply those two numbers or letters together and get an answer. And then here, this is getting closer to what we're used to seeing in distributive. So I'd say 4 times x gives me 4x, and 4 times 3 give me 12, right? 7 times a, 7a, 7 times 9, and so on, right? Okay, now, I like this worksheet, but one part that throws people off is when we get to 8, 9, and 10. Okay, because 1 through 7 is all multiply, and everybody gets in that habit of multiplying. But these are talking about the length of a segment. So I'm not going to say x times 9 is 9x. Okay, if I'm wanting to know how long this whole thing is, and I know this part is x and that part is 9, I'm going to add them, right? So x plus 9, x plus 4, and so on. Okay, so please be careful about that. Then 11, 12, 13 goes back to the area again. 5 times x is 5x, and 5 times 7 is 35, right? And they wrote it both as not distributed yet and distributed. So that's all you're going to do across through there. And then the same down here. You're going to distribute, give me your answer, okay? You can just type it into the box that's already there. The next part, task 12, is the same thing, okay? It's laid out a little different, but it's basically the same thing. If you notice, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 6 is 12, and they also wrote it before they distributed. So that's all you're doing across there. You got to figure out what the missing numbers are, okay? And the same with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, when you get down here, this is factoring, okay? So this is reverse of your distributing, okay? So if I notice, 4 will go into 4 and 16, so I could factor out a 4, and I'd have a 4 on the outside, and then x minus 4 on the inside, okay? Please be careful. Most everybody's good until they get to number 14. 4x plus 18. Please do not factor out a 4, because 4 will not go into 18, but 2 will. Okay, so factor out a 2 and then write what you can get on the inside. Now, task 13 is very similar, but in this case, they're saying, hey, if I take this and distribute, am I getting this? Okay, and you can just tell me yes or no. They have this over here if you're in class and you want to, or originally we would be in class and you'd be writing on the paper, but it's all online. Don't worry about this. Just tell me yes or no on the way down, okay? On task 13. It's pretty simple. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the first page, and then the next page has 5, 6. And then the last part, 1 through 5, is all distributing. You write your answer out, okay? Pretty simple. I hope this day was not too bad.